conclusion, it's Austin to lose. While playing in 2017, Austin founded the Flame for Pride after seeing the LGBTQ+ community in their state come under attack. Playing for Pride is a way for professional soccer players to show their support for LGBTQ+ inclusion and improve the sport. Welcome, Austin, and thank you. Here's tonight's starting lineup from the Charlotte Independence. Please welcome to the captain, number 17, Clay Dina. In goal tonight, number 1, Austin Pass. Number 2 is Fabrice Niab. Number 4, Nick Spielman. Number 5, Shalom Dute. Number 6, Omar Cease. Number 7, Edion Flanagan. Number 8 is Joel Johnson. Number 21, Rayan JJ. Number 56 is Gabriel Olten. And number 9 is Dane Kelly. Charlotte is coached by Mike Jeffrey. Tonight's match officials, please welcome referee Joe Sergan, assistant referee Robert Audrey, assistant referee Marcus Moss. Our fourth official this evening is Mario Maric.
Whole lot on the line tonight in Cary, North Carolina, Wakemed Soccer Park, USL League One action. North Carolina FC comes in with 23 points. The Charlotte Independents come in with 23 points. Also on the line, the Dogwood Derby as in first place. Forward Madison, a red-hot team right now at 25, but North Carolina FC at 23 and the Charlotte Independents at 23. Ostensibly a massive swing for the winner of this game. And Dean Linke delighted again to be with Emily Gray, plays for the Courage, played for Virginia Tech. Great to be back with you, Emily Gray. And of course, sadness for the team because Nick Holliday, who's pretty much played every minute and go at 70 years old, suffered a broken ankle. He's going to be out for some time.
Yeah, you mentioned it. He's played every minute for them this season. His second season as a real starter for NCFC. But Tor Saunders, he's going to step in tonight. It's a big loss, obviously, with Nick Holliday being out.
Tor Saunders, a veteran player, just a little bit bigger as you take a look at Tor Saunders' first appearance of the season.
Yeah, he's getting his first minutes of the season tonight, which is truly difficult for a goalkeeper to step in mid-season after being on the bench all along. But yeah, he's a experienced goalkeeper, maybe not at the pro level just yet, bounced around a little bit, was drafted by Nashville a couple years back, but he'll step in well, and it's crucial for him to have a good performance and get some clean sheets on the board for NCFC.
Emily, Charlotte has always had good goalkeepers. It's no different now with Austin Pack.
Yeah, it's kind of rookie versus the vet tonight. He's the vet in this situation, Austin Pack. He's been one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season with 51 saves and leads USL League One. He also has a great stat, which for expected goals, he's only given up a short amount of them, so he's third in the league with that as well.
All right, so Tor Saunders in, Rafa Mensigan getting ready as well. Garrett McLaughlin and Olex Anderson will start up top, which will be great for John Bradford and North Carolina FC. When we return, we'll have the lineups and the kick. USL League One, North Carolina FC, Charlotte Independence with the Dogwood Derby on the line.
I want to be like the pretty people on my TV.
Now you can.
All I need are gleaming white teeth.
We can help you.
Can you find the right dentist for me?
Riccobene Associates, they do cosmetic dental.
Will they hurt me?
No, they're gentle.
I'm terrified of pain.
They're the kindest in the land.
They sound great. Could you repeat their name?
Riccobene Associates Family Dentistry. Brushandfloss.com.
So, how do you like your urgent care? At Wake Med, we have urgent care just about everywhere. Urgent care that specializes in orthopedics and kids. MyCare 365, open every day of the year. Even virtual urgent care. Yup, urgent care in your jammies on your tablet. So download the Wake Med All Access app and get urgent care that's caring, convenient, and just the way you like it.
Alpha just does such a great job on the dribble with space in front of him. NCFC was all over the 6-yard box trying to put the first goal away until here off a free kick. Set pieces, they haven't scored on many of them this season, but Olex Anderson earned it. Jaden Cervenia put a nice shot across the face with his left foot. And Olex is able to put the ball in the back of the net for the first goal of the game in this Dogwood derby.
Olex Anderson Jr., possession 50-50. That seems about right.
Shots 11-3.
Wow. 4 shots on target. Yeah, I told you, the NCFC, I like the lineup that John Bradford has out there, and that's even without Louis Perez. You had Louis in there, look out. So it looks like some changes for Charlotte. Let's see here. Mike Jeffries gonna make a couple change, or at least one change, I think. As I think Mbayu is gonna come into the game. Yeah, Ibarra also came in the game. They made 2 changes, didn't they?
Yeah, it looks like maybe a change in shape. We'll see when they expand and get a little bigger. But it looks like Flanagan might be at left back now.
All right, so into the game now for Mike Jeffries, number 10, Miguel Ibarra, who's from Lancaster, California, and then Trezor Mbuyu from the Congo. So Mbuyu into the game as well. Flag is up, and it'll come back to North Carolina FC. All right, second half underway. I mean, other than the Dane Kelly offside, it's not like Tor Saunders has had to do a ton so far. So I started to tell you earlier, one game on the road, and then I want everybody listening, particularly folks around the Triangle area, the greater Triangle area. July 15th, Forward Madison, who is sitting right now in first place, and then the Northern Colorado Hailstorm on July 26th. I mention that because after that, they go on the road and they're not back again until August 12th. So if you don't have any beach plans in the middle of July 15th and July 26th, it'd be nice to see you out here because you've got a winning team like the North Carolina Courage that you can support. North Carolina FC right at the top of the table, and everybody loves a winner, Emily.
Everybody loves a winner, and everybody likes the beach as well. I'm just kidding. You got any beach plans this summer, Dean? Taking a break at all?
I am. I always go to Bald Head Island if Kyle Lang lets me go. Yeah, we're headed to Bald Head Island. I don't know if you haven't been, but you should go. It's pretty cool.
No, I haven't been, but yeah, it is important that the people in this area, the fans, come out and see both these two teams, putting excellent performances together, playing some great football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, right here in Cary, North Carolina.
Good backheel here to Rafa. Mensigan. Get it back to Benton. Now Rafa again. Rafa looking for McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Cervenia. Oh my, just missing. Cervenia ready to crank it with his left. McLaughlin does so much to hold up the ball. He's just incredible.
Yeah. Rafa serving the ball in, and McLaughlin, he does the dirty work. And this falls to Cervenia. McLaughlin gets out of the way. I think Cervenia needs to put this one in the back of the net, Dean. I mean, it's definitely it's on the bounce for him. There's players in front of goal, but at least put this one on frame. Maybe it goes out for a corner.
Saunders plays it forward. Foul called against Maldonado. NCFC 7-4-2 with 23 points. Charlotte 6-3-5 with 23. Both teams coming off a draw and a loss in their last 5. NCFC dropped a couple points in a 2-2 draw with Lexington SC after scoring 2 goals in 4 minutes to start the second half. Tate Robinson scored in the 81st minute off a free kick to give the visitors a point. Charlotte dropped points in a 2-2 draw. A 10-man Chattanooga conceding a 97th minute equalizer after 2 chances to finish the game prior to the tying goal.
Look out for number 10 here, the second half substitute for Charlotte Independence. He's tied for, or is in the lead for assists on this team, and you can see already his influence on the possession for the Independence. He wants to get on the ball, make things happen.
Ibarra, yeah, one of those really efficient players, rarely turns it over. He's not going to run all day, but he's going to connect the dots. Here's Rafa.
Someone we haven't seen a lot of for Charlotte is Johnson on the right, the number 8 jersey.
Yeah.
Plays as a number 7.
He's usually, yeah, you're right. He's usually really busy. He's got a pretty good motor. Joel Johnson. He's been around a little bit too. Here's Lou Young. Speaking of Brian Ware, he's right. I mean, particularly with Holiday out, one of the main keys was for Saunders to get a clean sheet. This team has conceded 11 goals in their last 6 games.
Yeah, I think it's important that they start getting in a rhythm with that. I mean, you're not going to win the league if you don't start keeping clean sheets, and I think Saunders knows that coming into it. I'm sure Holiday knew that as well when he was the man between the posts, and I think as a whole team, they just need to protect the goal a bit better. And I mean, they're great on the attacking end, but obviously need to start keeping the ball at the back of their own net.
Meanwhile, Mike Jeffrey's Charlotte team, clearly really good. They're sitting at 23, but yet they're not great on the road, winless in their last 5 road games.
Yeah, and winning on the road is crucial. I know at home, every team wants to win, and that's where they've been getting the majority of their points.
Charlotte flag is down this time, but Saunders does well to use that big giant frame, 6'4", sliding down on the ground and gobbles it up.
And right on cue, there's Joel Johnson making things happen, trying to create a scoring opportunity. He's number 1 on the team in chances created, so he finally decided to show us what that was about.
Maldonado. Lou Young. Lou Young's got Cervania. Cervania. Far post. Oh, what a good idea. Looking for Olex Anderson Jr. Those two, pretty good chemistry tonight.
Fans, let's make some noise for another alpaca corner kick.
So keep an eye on Cervania. He's clearly starting to cramp up a little bit. He ran over right away to get some water. And right when that happened, Bradford sent everybody down to start warming up as we're in minute 54. Trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Corner kick whipped in, loose, cleared off the line. That's why you put players on the post right there. because Pack had nothing to do with that without his defender taking care of the post. McLaughlin trying to get big. Olex Anderson Jr. tries a bike, a little bit dangerous. And it looks like they're going to give Olex Anderson a yellow for a little bit of reckless decision there. We'll take another look at it.
Yeah, I mentioned that a little bit earlier when actually the exact defender who got hit, and I don't even think he ever made contact with his face. I think when you go for an overhead kick, there's always a chance of the defender getting hit in the face or getting hit in the wrong place, and I think the yellow card's a little harsh considering he didn't make contact, but nonetheless another good opportunity for NCFC, and Olex Anderson really eager to get another goal in the night. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home to USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com.
Minute of play, number 9, Olex Anderson.
So yellow card for Olex Anderson Jr. He's the goal scorer in this game, taking a rebound off a Cervania free kick. Pack spilled it just a bit as Cervania rocketed it. It's hard for Pack to bring it in, and Cervania was there. I mean, Olex Anderson Jr. was there. There's Flanagan with a really good cross. This is what I've liked out of Charlotte this entire game. Their left to right ability. It's just been that final pass, right, that's gone missing. Then all you need is to find Kelly. Look at that. 2 blue jerseys around him, Emily, and he still gets his head on it.
Yeah, hands on his face after that one. He definitely wants to get on the score sheet. Some good wide service, and I think for Charlotte, they don't love to build out of the back. They don't love to build from back to front, but they like to build from that middle third forward, and like you said, change the point of the attack, and that's where they've created a lot of numbers. When they've had the ball in their own defensive half of the field, they've mostly gone long or lost possession to NCFC, but in the middle third and forward, they're very good in possession and extremely creative.
Maldonado, good decision from Fernandez. McLaughlin. Olex Anderson Jr. I like the thought. Ibarra. You're right, he was going to make a difference. You can see he connects the dots, right?
Yeah, I think with Ibarra, he just wants to be on the ball. He makes things happen from a deeper lying position. He wears the number 10 on his back, and he's kind of set up in that position. But he's been dropping in next to Judgy, and he's been getting on the ball, pulling some strings, and I think that's the impact that Charlotte needs in the second half.
'59th minute. McLaughlin had a legitimate beef, and he'll earn the call. McLaughlin has just spectacular control of his body. I mean, he is not a giant. It's not like his shoulders are broad, but when you really watch him and his ability to hold the ball, to shield, to use his shoulders, you know what I mean? He really controls his body well.
Yeah, and I almost wish there was a opportunity. I mean, look at him here.
Yeah, right on cue. Drops it over to Olex Anderson Jr. And how about North Carolina FC? Olex Anderson Jr. with a brace. That's all Garrett McLaughlin and a great finish.
All Garrett McLaughlin, but also Gustavo Fernandez recognizing there's a clear lane to play into your striker who, right on cue, you said he's great with hold-up play, and Olex with a thunderous finish. I mean, top bins, bar down, McLaughlin with his jersey pulled. Olex gets in behind and strikes with his left foot to make it 2-0 in the derby.
So, again, not knowing what kind of rules they've set up, but you think it would go to differential. Right now, the derby belongs to North Carolina FC. They have an advantage on goal differential.
And think about who's still on the bench.
Yeah. Minute 60.
You mentioned Olex never wanting to come out and wanting to put in a 90-minute performance. I'm sure he wants that tonight to maybe get the hat trick.
I don't know if I've ever seen him get it, so we'll see. I don't think I've ever seen John Bradford let him run the 90, at least here at home. Cervania to Olex thinking hat trick. And Pack comes out, gets a little piece of Olex Anderson Jr.
Few players down after this play. 2 for NCFC. Jaden Cervania cramping a little bit. And Cease for Charlotte. Both trainers are running on now. Cervania steps on Cease's foot, which is why he rolls down. Cervania, nice slip ball in behind for Olex, who kind of overruns the ball and overruns the path and catches Pack on the way through.
On July 21st, NCFC hosting 2-time FA Cup winners Sunderland AFC right here at WakeMed Soccer Park. Get your tickets today at North Carolina FC.
Well, I was going to say before the goal, Dean, about McLaughlin, I wish, you know, in some sporting events where there's like a camera on one guy and you're just following him the whole game. They did it with Pulisic in the Nations League, I think against Mexico, and I wish we could see that with McLaughlin or see his heat map live as the game's going on, because he's everywhere.
He is everywhere.
He's up there as a number 9 when you need him to be a number 9. He's back doing the defensive work when you need him to be doing. Like, it's you just always see him doing the dirty work, putting in a shift every single game, and he goes pretty far in the game as well. He doesn't get subbed too early when he plays, so it's super impressive.
Yeah, he was always known for going the 90 no matter what Olex was doing. So it's going to be Cervania. I had mentioned, remember, he had rushed over to the bench. You could tell he was starting to cramp up. But a big-time weapon coming on, Luis Perez. This is quality for quality here. How about McLaughlin making us look like we know what we're talking about on that second goal?
Yeah, we'll have to thank him for that one.
Perez immediately makes an impact, winning a header. What a season he has had. Kind of earning a little bit of well-deserved respite, but will have a chance to make an impact in his 30 minutes here. Olex Anderson Jr. taken down right at the top of the 18. One of the whistle doesn't get it. The referee has been pretty consistent on not going for the Cervania or Olex Anderson contact fouls at all. Corner kick, North Carolina FC. Perez driven in low. Kind of like that approach. There's Lou Young, back to Perez. Perez, back to Lou Young. Lou Young was thinking about trying to make a move to the end line, decided against it. Here's Perez now. Perez is going to do it. He's going to be knocked out of bounds for a throw-in down near the corner flag. Minute 64, and now Dunwell for the Charlotte Independents will get a chance to come into the game. Wearing the number 12 jersey, Brad Dunwell from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Independent substitution, restore substitution for Charlotte in the 64th minute, coming out of game number 21, Rayon JJ. Coming in number 12, Brad Dunwell. A score for the home team means a score for dinner. This lucky fan just won a $25
Dunwell
gift card
into the
to
game.
Fresh Market, home of restaurant quality meat at incredible prices. Jordan's with our lucky fan. Congratulations and enjoy your trip to the Fresh Market.
Still loose in front. North Carolina FC continues to fire. Minute 65. Rafa. Anderson deflected out via corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
How about it, fans? Let's join OCS and Los Renegados and make some noise for another Alpaca corner kick.
Pride night for North Carolina FC. During Pride Month, and a whole lot of pride in the way they've played all season long. Corner kick. Driven in, looking for a little flick. Still loose. Wow, Pack looked like he absolutely, as he went to punch it out, may have connected with, I think, is that Rafa in there?
McLaughlin.
No, McLaughlin, of course. Take a look at it. I mean, Pack really.
Tonight is Pride Night presented by Sheriff Isle. We're happy to celebrate those with a part of the
we'll see here.
LGBTQ+ community and continue to support organizations.
McLaughlin
that
off the
fight for
second
their
ball.
rights. Today and every game is about
Almost rises
creating an
higher than
inclusive
Pack, and
environment.
Pack just kind of punches him in the face while punching the ball. I mean, it's definitely a tough one for McLaughlin to take, but he's used to that with the duels he gets involved in.
So here's Bennett. Bennett had the game winner in game 2 of the Dogwood Derby. So we thought he would maybe start this game, but he's now a late sub from Kingston, Jamaica. So Corey Bennett.
Charlotte Independent sub.
And Dean Kelly's off. And I don't know about you, but anytime Dean Kelly is off the field, if you're rooting for the other team, you are not complaining.
Yeah, the back line of NCFC is probably breathing now, but they shouldn't, because Bennett scored the game winner last time out in Charlotte in this rivalry match. So here he is now.
Off the head of Bennett, he was hoping to flick it to Mbuyu. Off of Perez, it'll come back to the Charlotte Independents. Quick throw in. Yeah, I don't blame Charlotte for being a little bit upset by that. That was like maybe 2 feet away from where the ball went out of bounds. They usually let that go.
Yeah, those always bother me when the ref, unless if you're like literally jumping 10 yards forward, just let the game flow.
No, he walked back to where they put the balls now. Play on though, here we go. Flanagan staying with it. Flanagan eliminating players. Flanagan kind of all by himself. And now watch out for the transition. Here's Perez. Perez, can he find McLaughlin? He can. McLaughlin now. Oh, better decision is Maldonado. Oh, Maldonado had space to be able to then either give it back to McLaughlin or get it to Olex Anderson.
Yeah, I think you used the link-up player there, Maldonado, as you said. He can change the point to Anderson, play the simpler pass. But something from McLaughlin there, I mean, when Perez had the ball, he was running it behind. It wasn't on, so he checked back. And I think that Perez made a good decision to do that. McLaughlin just needs to make a good one once he turns.
Sis. Navarro thought he had done a good job knocking it off the Independence player. Now here's Perez. He'll bomb it long. Got a lot of time here, 70 minutes, so you do not want to, at least in my opinion, you do not want to take your foot off the gas here. Charlotte, if they can score one, and they may not care, but they would then, I guess, split the Dogwood Derby. Right now, here's Sis. Sis is in. Lou Young with a good sliding tackle. It'll be a corner kick, Charlotte. Charlotte, this is the third of 4 games on the road. They'll have Sam Stockley's Lexington team at home on July 9th. They'll have Greenville on July 19th, Central Valley Fuego on the 22nd, and Northern Colorado on the 29th, as that one will go all the way through. So those are some upcoming games for Independence fans to take in their team. Well, something sounds pretty good to me. About 26 points on the USL League One season. That is solid.
Yeah, and if you think about last season, I mean, it was a tough season for NCFC. So this has been excellent. And Charlotte still has a chance as well.
Sis. Saunders stays with it. Look, he's playing his first game. You just want him to be steady. You don't want him to do anything silly. And I think he's been both of that. He's been steady and he's done nothing silly. Saunders in goal. Read perfectly there by DJ Benton. Here's Perez. Boy, Emily, you saw that coming. I mean, what a player to come off the bench.
Yeah, he's extremely influential in how he plays. And earlier this season, he popped inside as number 10. And I think for him and Cervania, when they play this 4-4-2, they're the ones that kind of, if they're playing on the right, they're the ones that are going to slide inside. And maybe interchange with Olex Anderson and McLaughlin. Yeah, he's really key to this team, and he'll definitely get some more starts moving forward.
Barra. Good idea. Barra with a quick throw in. Flanagan. Duty. Here's Ibarra again. Flanagan. Sent out of there by Lou Young. Rafa says, I'm going to do it on my own here. Numbers are good. 4-on-3. Rafa Menzigan. He'll drop it over. Olex Anderson Jr. On the far side is Perez. Olex has his head down. Olex Anderson was thinking shot the entire time. He was thinking hat trick. Perez was wide open on the right side. Anderson's head was straight down to the ground.
Yeah, and he definitely should have been thinking assist on that one. Perez, with the early ball, Olex could have slipped it across as the defenders were dropping. He could have used that to his advantage and played it across to Perez. But Rafa, driving past defenders, and here's Olex. He's down after that one.
So there, he's not going to go 90 again.
And here we'll take a look. Rafa skipping past defenders, finding Olex, who is isolated one-on-one, but you can't see outside your picture is Perez. Olex decides to go left, puts it across, and maybe the sliding challenge that came through caught him in the calf area. He stayed down after that one.
John Bradford wants to talk to Louis Perez. Mike McGinty is going to make a change. It's probably going to be Shaq Adams straight for Olex Anderson Jr., I would guess. It is.
Fans, put your hands together.
So, just as
Anderson, NCFC
North Carolina FC was happy to see their number 9 go, I think Charlotte Independence is not disappointed to see North Carolina FC's number 9 go.
Yeah, Olex, another great performance from him. Just keeps staying at the top of the statistical leaderboard in USL League One, and him and McLaughlin, they're a lethal duo up front, and another great performance from the two of them. Love to see Shaq Adams find his way onto the score sheet or make something happen tonight. I mean, he's gotten a couple opportunities and hasn't quite found that form yet for NCFC.
Good turn here, not quite on target. Well done by Corey Bennett. Totally different player than Dane Kelly, a lot bigger, but a powerful player. Would almost like to see both of those players out there together a little bit more.
Yeah, I thought with them down 2-0, they would have played both of them together, but Dane Kelly maybe not able to go the full 90, and Bennett might be better suited as an isolated 9.
Here's Bennett. Navarro just sends that one out of bounds. Boy, it's turned out to be just a really nice night, too.
Yeah, it's cooled down nicely.
Ibarra. Again, Charlotte. Pretty good balls, looking for Bennett. Bennett missed it. He was open, and quite frankly, if he gets his head on it, I think it's 2-1. He just missed it.
Yeah, almost a replay of his goal scored back in Charlotte in the last game between these two sides.
I think it was Instagram, TikTok. I'm not sure which one.
TikTok.
McLaughlin. Rafa. Last line of defense. Oh, and you just called for Shaq Adams. Needs to finish that one. I thought maybe they would bring it back, but I guess they can't after he had such a easy one-on-one situation there. Adams got to shake it off. He does there with a good ball to Perez. Perez with Pack getting a piece of it, and it will be a throw-in down near the corner flag. A red card now. So Charlotte feeling the frustration. And a red card here, so North Carolina FC really starting to take control of this one.
Man, he's had quite a night. I mean, another great play here, though, by NCFC. Nice interchange. Shaq Adams, like as you said, shakes it off, plays Perez in behind, who easily comes inside on his favorite left foot, drives one. and Pack's able to save it. But Duty, yeah, he's off the pitch from the previous play. He was the last defender and pulled Mensigan down.
So Duty from Togo had himself a wonderful game, is now out this game and the next game. Swing and a miss there from Benton, gets a second opportunity. And now the transition is on here for the Independents. They get it to Ibarra, who actually has better pace than I thought he had. Ibarra knocked out of bounds there by Perez. Ibarra with the quick throw in.
Yellow red to number 5, Shalom Dute, 78 minutes.
So Duty now into the locker room as day is done, and Charlotte will have to go the rest of the game down a player, and there's Ibarra comes forward. Perez. Adams pass to Arriaga, misses just a little bit. Charlotte trying to keep some possession here now. Don't forget, the North Carolina FC are right back here at Wake Soccer Park on July 15th to take on Forward Madison. That'll be a huge game with probably first place on the line. And then July 26th, it's the Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Tickets are still available. Get your tickets. And then don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:30, I think there's still some tickets available for the North Carolina Courage and the Houston Dash. That game moved back to 7:30 for a super spectacular fireworks show that you will absolutely love. Pride Night, and the first chance for a lot of players that have been waiting for their opportunity to show Sean Nahas and the coach staff what they can do. Here's Adams. Adams again. Adams crosses. McLaughlin off the post. Unlucky. Perez is still open. Pack with the save. Picked down by Perez. And North Carolina FC clinical right now with everything but the finish. Adams wins it again. I mean, all these second balls are being won by North Carolina FC. Let's see what Charlotte can do getting out of there. Probably should be 3-4, maybe 5-0. I mean, really, Tor Saunders, this man right here has not had much to do.
No, he hasn't. And all I can say is wow about the last few strings of attack for NCFC. I mean, McLaughlin, he deserved one and hits the crossbar on that play. Perez amongst the opportunities there. But Charlotte, they're not falling asleep just yet.
Ibarra, good little drop. Sis. Maldonado taken away by Ibarra. That's Perez right there, throwing Mbuyu to the ground. Let's take a look at that last sequence. You nailed it. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, starts out of the back with Navarro, out wide to Liu Young, who's had a great performance, slips it in behind on the diagonal ball to Shaq Adams, who takes a bit to make his decision, but slips it across to McLaughlin, gets a toe poke to it off the bar, and Rafa puts it across again. Great save by Pack. And Perez isn't able to get another shot on goal. But something to keep in mind for NCFC, they need to put a 90-minute performance together, and they've been leaving some goals on the table in the last few games.
Yep, they'd like that clean sheet. Saunders will let that one go. As that one flies through, I want to thank our crew, VP of Broadcasting, who has his own chauffeur get him here, Jorge Acuna, Kyle Lang's crew, Joe Ferrara, Paul Beam, Ian Lang, outstanding on replay, Justin Allen, Brian Ware, and the 6'8" Mark Dry. Did you check? Are you taller than Mark Dry? Did you check before the game or not?
I haven't checked, but
84th minute. Ooh, really reckless right there. That'll be a yellow card to Sis. As Perez looked like he took some contact to the head, I think, or around the head area.
Yeah, we'll see here. Took a little contact there as well in the back neck area. Goes for the second ball. Yeah, it looks like this one catches him in the shoulder. Definitely a yellow card, nothing more than that. I mean, the studs are up. It could be more than that. Some would argue. Could be a red, but the intent was to play the ball.
David Garcia, who saw some action earlier in the season at center back, looks like he's going to get a run here. There's McLaughlin, really unlucky that he did not get a goal. Look at Perez, really neat. Liu Young, Arriaga, dancing with it, Arriaga. 2-0 and a player advantage. And like I said before, with the 1-1 tie, the 2-1 win for Charlotte, a 2-0 win for North Carolina FC, with nobody giving me any true breakdowns of the tiebreakers, I think common sense tells me that would be enough to say they won the Dogwood Derby, right?
I think that would be enough.
Emily, when you broke into the game, did you break into the game playing against boys or brothers, or how did you go straight into playing against the girls?
I was on a team when I was younger that did scrimmage some boys teams. We also played up a couple age groups. As a group, we were pretty good and played up. And then once I got into high school and I changed clubs, I started to train once or twice a week with the boys team at Penn Fusion.
Oh, cool.
And I played up as well at Penn Fusion, so I think it's really helpful. And in fact, this past off season, I trained with a local boys team as well, alongside Brittany Ratcliffe on the Courage. So that's always a good experience, and it really tests your abilities and makes you sharper. You have to play faster, because obviously they have some natural abilities to be a bit quicker than you. But yeah, no, playing against boys is always super beneficial for young female players to get better. And we were seeing it even at the MLS Next level. I know we're talking about USL here. There's some girls that play for USL Academies as well. Alyssa Thompson, she's going to the World Cup for the U.S. women this summer, and she played with boys her entire high school soccer career. So it's starting to become a trend and definitely makes us better.
Navarro with the foul. Closeout time here for North Carolina FC to get those 3 points and what I think is clinch the Dogwood Derby. And Mbuyu, pretty good dribbles. Sis knocked off of Navarro. Oh, flag was up anyway on the far side. Referee now sees it. And it should come back to North Carolina FC. Off the head of Shaq Adams, trying to find McLaughlin. Sis. Now Navarro. Good little chest there from Perez. Perez is a good player. I'll say off of Perez. '88th minute. We're starting to see John Bradford now point to the corners, so perhaps he wouldn't mind seeing them get a little bit more possession and try to kill this one off. Another reminder, still tickets available for the North Carolina Courage, who are arguably the hottest team in the NWSL. They'll take on the Houston Dash right here at WakeMed Soccer Park tomorrow night at 7:30. Go to nccourage.com to get your tickets. Mike Jeffries, the former Duke player and Duke assistant coach, the head coach of the Charlotte Independents. Again, the Charlotte Independents are not only down 2, they are down a player, as Duty, who was outstanding, got sent off. Ibarra, pretty good run. Lou Young with a clean tackle. And not only that, Lou Young gets it off of Ibarra. That is about as good as you can do with it.
Yeah, what a tackle there from Lou Young. That's his second last-ditch tackle of the night. And that one, as you said, goes out for a goal kick, which is exactly what you want for NCFC to wind down the clock.
Maldonado. Perez. Five minutes.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of
5 minutes of added time. We did have that Olex Anderson Jr. Hey, speaking of social media, it blew up the other day when they saw a Courage player on the treadmill. It was like 5 million people following that. That was pretty exciting. Emily.
Are you talking about me?
That was great to see, though, honestly.
Thank you. Yeah, it felt good running again.
Bennett. Bennett got knocked to the ground by Navarro. A little legitimate argument for a PK, actually, as he was turning the corner. The ball got away from him, which might be part of the reason, but he did make a good move there.
I thought that was pretty legit.
Yeah.
A little bit, everyone's out of, a little bit off balance, a little bit clumsy there. The whole thing was really clumsy. I mean, here we'll see on the replay, Bennett, he's a high-energy player, gets end line. Garcia gets beat. Could argue a foul on Bennett there, but Navarro just comes in and cleans him out. I mean, he does stand his ground. Bennett was nowhere near getting the ball, but I think that's a penalty. But he is being consistent with what he's called in the game, so.
That was my reaction as well.
They'll be over the east side of the stadium, so we invite fans and
no doubt Bennett has made an impact, though, off the bench. Since he's come on, there's been a few chances created, and they're down a player. And that's always a tough thing when you're up 2 goals. You bring in a third center back in Garcia, and you're up a player, but you're still conceding so many chances because you're sitting so deep, absorbing all this pressure. And with a player like Ibarra, I mean, he's been on the ball, creating most of these chances, feeding Bennett. I think if you're NCFC, you want this game to be over, because if there was more added time, it could be dangerous.
Yeah. Well, and you nailed it, too, and I said it already. When Ibarra came on, you knew he was going to make a difference. And then when Bennett came on as well, Garcia will not like what that looks like on film. He has got to keep Bennett off the end line run right there.
Yeah, you use the end line to your advantage on that one and shield him out of play. Kind of like Navarro did, but maybe without the possible penalty.
That was a full hockey check. Was it not?
Yeah, he definitely felt that one. I mean, he just only came back on the pitch.
Adams, ooh. Yeah, that's a late foul on Adams, and that only helped North Carolina FC as they've got just about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this added time. In a game, quite frankly, that needs to be over, because you just would hate to see like a bad injury come in a game like this where Charlotte's a little frustrated, right? Down a player, sloppy tackle. McLaughlin's still trying to do his job, but he is called for the foul. All right, so we're now in the 94th minute. reminding all the great Charlotte Independence fans that finally this 4-game road trip will come to an end after July 4th. They'll be back at home July 9th, and they've got home games July 19th, July 22nd, and July 29th, as well as August 12th. So plenty of opportunities for Charlotte Independence fans to take in their team in Charlotte. A team like North Carolina FC right there up at the top of the table. Offside flag is up. Said it before, I'll say it again. July 15th, Forward Madison here at WakeMed Soccer Park. July 26th, the Northern Colorado Hailstorm. And tomorrow night, the North Carolina Courage. No Casey Murphy. She's now with the U.S. team, and a lot of people are starting to talk about potentially her being the number one. That'll be interesting if they go experience or go on what's going on with club.
I know my pick, that's all I'll say.
Amen. Emily Fox, who looks to me to be one of the more versatile players in the world, let alone that definitely offside. Denise O'Sullivan, who will play that first game in front of 85,000 people. And I loved her comment saying how she loved playing on TV. She's so genuine and cool. And then with her accent added to it, it's pretty awesome. Caroline, who at the time didn't even know if she was for sure going to be on the team, which made no sense to me because I think she can light it up if she gets out there. I'm sure she will be out there. And then, of course, Guile has been really good for the North Carolina Courage. She'll play for Denmark along with Madsen. Those are the 6 players gone. And then Meredith Speck, like you, also suffered an ACL. Want to wish her all the best. But that means, I mean, tomorrow night, you got to be a little bit excited about that, right? As there's the final whistle. A lot of new Courage players in that one. But the final whistle here, though, North Carolina FC 2, Charlotte 0. I'm pretty sure that means they win the Dogwood Derby. More importantly, right now, they're in first place with 26 points, Emily.
Yeah, another great performance. Starting to find some consistency, getting 3 points at home, and as you said, winning the Derby over the course of 3 games this season puts them in a good place. Moving forward in the next home game against Forward Madison, it'll be an interesting one, and hopefully they can put in a good performance again.
There's Navarro. A brace from Olex Anderson is the difference. I want to thank Joe Ferrara, Paul Beebe, and Lang, Justin Allen, Brian Ware, Mark Dry, my great analyst, Emily Gray, for each and every one of them, and all of you. I'm Dean Linke saying, how about North Carolina FC, a 2-0 win over the Charlotte Independents.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.
Actually, I had it right. I should never doubt myself. I checked his pronunciation. It's, oh, there it is, and how about North Carolina FC? Oleg Sanderson Jr. is there, and North Carolina FC has taken a 1-0 lead. Actually, I had it right. I should never doubt myself. I checked his pronunciation. It's, oh, there it is, and how about North Carolina FC? Oleg Sanderson Jr. is there, and North Carolina FC has taken a 1-0 lead.
Gives you a little knee slide celebration on that one off the free kick from Cervania. Just is ready for the rebound, gets his goal. Checks for the offside flag, but it doesn't come. Cervania with a nice strike on goal. Olex will be thanking him for that one, creating the opportunity. But Olex is the one who earned the free kick.
Actually, I had it right. I should never doubt myself. I checked his pronunciation. It's, oh, there it is, and how about North Carolina FC? Oleg Sanderson Jr. is there, and North Carolina FC has taken a 1-0 lead.
Gives you a little knee slide celebration on that one off the free kick from Cervania. Just is ready for the rebound, gets his goal. Checks for the offside flag, but it doesn't come. Cervania with a nice strike on goal. Olex will be thanking him for that one, creating the opportunity. But Olex is the one who earned the free kick.
The ball to shield, to use his shoulders. You know what I mean? He really controls his body well.
Yeah, and I almost wish there was a opportunity. I mean, look at him here.
Yeah, right on cue. Drops it over to Oleg Anderson Jr. And how about North Carolina FC? Oleg Anderson Jr. with a brace. That's all Garrett McLaughlin and a great finish.
All Garrett McLaughlin, but also Gustavo Fernandez recognizing there's a clear lane to play into your striker who, right on cue, you said he's great with hold-up play, and Olex with a thunderous finish. I mean, top bins, bar down, McLaughlin with his jersey pulled. Olex gets in behind and strikes with his left foot to make it 2-0 in the derby.
So again, not knowing what kind of rules they've set up, but you think would go to differential. Right now, the ball to shield, to use his shoulders. You know what I mean? He really controls his body well.
Yeah, and I almost wish there was a opportunity. I mean, look at him here.
Yeah, right on cue. Drops it over to Oleg Anderson Jr. And how about North Carolina FC? Oleg Anderson Jr. with a brace. That's all Garrett McLaughlin and a great finish.
All Garrett McLaughlin, but also Gustavo Fernandez recognizing there's a clear lane to play into your striker who, right on cue, you said he's great with hold-up play, and Olex with a thunderous finish. I mean, top bins, bar down, McLaughlin with his jersey pulled. Olex gets in behind and strikes with his left foot to make it 2-0 in the derby.
So again, not knowing what kind of rules they've set up, but you think would go to differential. Right now,
Hopefully we'll get a replay of that, but